everyone, Teacher Fred is here. I am very excited to do this activity with you today, and I hope that you are all fired up to do this with me. You know what? If we are going to work together, we will enjoy this activity for today. And today's activity is about investigating sound code. And when we say sound code, it's about signal and message. But teacher, it's kind of hard to understand for me what is sound code, signal, and message. Don't worry, I will try to little by little introduce to you the meanings of these words, okay? But the title is investigating sound code. Again, investigating, it has something to do of trying to learn. When we investigate, we learn sound code. And when we investigate, we use our senses, mostly our 5 senses, okay? So our HOM is gather data through sense of hearing. So this time, because in our HOM is gathering data through all senses, right? But this activity, mostly we're going to get information or gather data through the sense of hearing. Are you with me? Okay, so let's go on. School bell. Look at this one. The signal, but you're going to hear it. This is the signal. So the signal is the bell. But once you hear the bell, what is the message to you? What do you have in mind when you hear the signal? So when we say signal, that is what you hear, that is what you see, and once you hear or once you see that, you get the message. Just like a while back, when I played the bell, there's a message that goes to you. The message is telling you that, oops, it's break time. Oops, it's time to go to school. That is the message, right? Once you hear the bell ringing, that is a message. But what was the signal? The signal was the bell that you heard when you... That is the signal, and the message is telling you that, hey, you are going to have your break soon. How about this one? So what is the signal? The signal is that but once you hear it, what is the message? What comes into your mind once you hear that sound? The message is that there's an emergency. Somebody is sick. Somebody is about to die. That is the message, right? So that is the ambulance siren. This one, we call it siren. So the signal is that sound that you are hearing, but the message that goes to you is that somebody is sick, somebody is on emergency, and somebody needs help right now. So every time people will hear that siren, people are moving out of the road so that there will be enough space for this ambulance to go straight to the hospital. So here, I want you to write it on later on because it has a signal. What is the signal? The school bell rings, so that's the signal. But what is the message? The signal is ambulance siren. What is the message? I will need you to write this down on the worksheet that I'm going to upload later on. Well, actually, it's already uploaded on Class Dojo. You just go and check it out. So you will see later on message. What is the message of that school bell ringing? What is the message of that siren? So you will write it here. What is the meaning when you hear that school bell ringing? What is the meaning when you hear that ambulance siren? You write it here. Okay? Doing good so far? Okay, let's move on then. I have my pre-assessment here as well. So what is sound's signal? What is signal's message. When we say, what is sound signal? What does it mean to you? And when we say, what is signal's message? What does it mean to you? This, you're going to write this down on your notebook as well, okay? And I will have more time and energy to explain this to you during our call session. Don't worry, but I just still want you to write it down. Even if you don't really understand, it's kind of hard, just write it down on your worksheet later on. Let's move forward. So, one more time, listen to this sound and figure out its signal and message. I want you to write it here later on. What is the signal and what is the message? Okay? What was the signal and what is the message?
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so you will write it down. What is the signal that was used and what is the message of that signal? What does it mean? Okay, let's go to the next one. Essential question. How to plan, conduct, and refine an investigation? How do we plan, conduct, and refine an investigation? So let's go to our topical essential question. How are we going to investigate sound code? Signal and message. How are we going to investigate that? What are we going to use? What are we going to do? So here you are going to do this, okay? So that you will be able to answer these questions later on. We will do this first, okay? This is our task. We will making my own sound instrument to communicate through codes, signal or message. So when we say codes, it's like a message, okay? It's not about talking, but we will use signals to tell the person or the next person our message. So we are going to make our own instruments. So if you will see, you can choose among this, okay? Before planning, conducting, and refining an investigation, we will make your own sound instruments first, okay? You'll make your own. So this is a rice shaker. If you will shake this, is like sounds like that, right? So there's a sound that it creates for this. Another is cup drum. If you're going to top this top part of this drum, it creates a sound like tug, 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 right? If you will see the instrument, the things that were used, there's a rubber band, and maybe this is paper or plastic, or it can be a cloth that they've used, and then a can and a rubber band guitar. These are rubber bands, and then they just put round along this one, and then they're going to pluck the strings, and it can create a sound. Isn't that nice? So here's what we're going to do. You are going to do this, but before we do that, I'll tell you about the problem here. Problem: what will happen if sound does not have signal and message? What if sound doesn't have any message at all? It's just a sound. What do you think will happen? Make a sound of your sound instrument and think of their codes, signals, and message if you are playing with your friends, okay? So I want you to make rice shaker, cup drum, think flexibly for this, and rubber band guitar, okay? I want you to make this. And then here, signal. How many shakes, hits, and strums, and the message. So let's say rice shaker, if you're going to shake it twice, what is the message to you? So if I say it means go to sleep. Maybe the message here is go to sleep. Or cup drum, what if I'm going to tap it 5 times? What is the message of that? It means go to the toilet. I don't know about you, you make your own, okay? Rubber band guitar, what if I'm going to strum it 2 times? Krung, krung. What is the message of that? Go and eat, maybe, I don't know. So you're going to make your own, but during our Zoom session, I want you to show this to me, or because later on I will need you to make a video of this, that you are doing these things, okay? All right, but I'm going to upload this in Class Dojo, this worksheet, so that you will be able to do it. And then you'll be able to answer it. If you have a printer, you can always print it. If you don't have a printer, write it on your notebooks. Okay? So we will make a rice shaker, cup drum, and rubber band guitar. Conclusion. When we say conclusion, after all the things that we have done, this is what I've learned. That is what conclusion means, okay? So, why is sound code or signal and message important? Why is it important to have sound code? Again, when we say code, it is like the message of what you did. Let's say you shake it 2 times, that is the code, and there's a message onto that. Why do we need sound codes like signals and message? Why do we need that? You will write your answer there. Topical essential question. How did you investigate sound code or signal and message? What did you use? Did you use your eyes? Did you use your sense of smell? How did you investigate the sound code? HOM. How did your sense of hearing help you in gathering data? How did your sense of hearing help you know something about these signals and message or sound code? What happened? So again, how did your sense of hearing help you in gathering data? Again, I'm going to upload these things in Class Dojo in the worksheet so that you'll be able to write your answers out in there. All right? Just an advice, if you're not able to get or understand this at all, I want you to play it one more time. I assure you that if you play it the second time around, it will be easier for you to understand it. Okay? So our topic for today is investigating sound code, signal, and message. Again, the signal is the sound itself. The message is what does it mean. So if you hear me tap 2 times, the meaning of that or the message of that is something like that. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video today. Again, if you have some questions, drop a message to me or write down your questions, and then I will surely answer them during our call later on. Have a great day.